This is why they killed Charlie Kirk. On September 10th, an assassin took a shot right through the neck of Charlie Kirk and ended his life in front of his family, in front of his friends, and in front of millions of admirers. And in the natural, this has been played up as a political attack, which it absolutely is. It is a political attack. This is of radical liberalism attacking somebody of opposing view, attacking somebody who stood for America, attacking somebody who stood for the conservative MAGA movement. But in the supernatural, I think that this is a much greater situation than we can understand. I think in the supernatural, the reason they killed Charlie Kirk was because he was a good man and because he was a godly man, because he was a man who had conviction, a man who spoke boldly and courageously, a man who shared the truth and most importantly shared the gospel of Jesus Christ to a generation that is dying and to a generation that so desperately needs it. And Charlie was making an impact because of his boldness. But I was speaking to my wife a night before the assassination. I said to her, there's something off. I feel something in my spirit. It seems like the church has grown stagnant or content since that 2024 election, since they won and President Trump was elected. It felt like they had perceived a victory and now we were just coasting through time. And the same fervency that we had before that 2024 election was no longer with us. And then after seeing Charlie Kirk get assassinated, I felt that same thing in my spirit, but even stronger. I believe that the reason that we are here during this time, that we are witnessing what we are witnessing, is for us to take notice and for us to take a stand. Charlie Kirk spent his life advocating for the truth, preaching the gospel, shining the light of God in this nation and changing a generation. I don't think that this is an hour for the Church of Jesus Christ to sit back and coast and take their foot off the gas pedal. But I believe that this is a time in history where we should stand as the Church of Jesus Christ and, like Charlie, be bold and courageous in the face of opposition. Be bold and courageous in the face of potential death and declare the truth unashamedly declare the truth and unashamedly declare the gospel of Jesus Christ, because that is the only thing that is going to change America. That is the only thing that is going to persuade this generation. Now, the Bible tells us that we are in a war, but our war is not against flesh and blood, but it's against principalities of darkness, forces of wickedness. And that is exactly what we witnessed on September 10th. We witnessed demonic powers taking out a man who was a person of righteousness, a person of Christ, a person who shared the gospel of Jesus and shared the truth with a generation that's been told a lie. So I want to encourage you today that in this hour of time, God placed you here for a purpose. God placed you here to stand up and to share and to speak and to be unashamed of what He's given you, of what He's told you to share, to declare the gospel of Jesus Christ, because that alone will change this nation. Sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ will change this nation. May God help us. God bless the Kirk family, and may God bless you.